What's worse than being forced to watch Diddy's freak-off tapes? Being forced to watch them twice. I feel for those jurors. They were chosen to sit in judgment of Diddy, but that's what they had to endure today. Only this time, Diddy's lawyers were the ones making them watch the tapes. Yesterday, it was the prosecution. Special Agent DeLeasa Penland showed more than 15 minutes of Diddy's porn, different segments from yesterday's tapes, and the jurors and the lawyers all had to wear headphones because, nobody else could see the screens, just the jurors, just the people involved in the case, the lawyers at defense table and at the prosecution table, judge, right, Diddy too. But Diddy was allowed to watch the videos from a side room during the morning hours. So imagine being a fly on the wall in there. The reason that his lawyers are showing the tapes again is because they're trying to prove that the sex that these people are having to watch on tape, all that kinky business, that was consensual, they say. Especially, when Diddy's lawyers could remind the jury of text messages from Cassie like this one, quote, "I'm always ready." But the feds say this wasn't kink, it was commerce, complete with a system and a playbook. And they showed dozens of receipts for flights and escorts and hotels that were paid for by Puffy's business. Jury was also shown what happened after that now infamous 2016 hotel beating video. There was a barrage of text messages to Cassie, Diddy writing, "I'm about to be arrested," which was not true, and "call me please," over and over and over again. Days later, he texted her, "Baby, I can't say it enough, I'm so sorry." To which Cassie responded, quote, "I still have crazy bruising from Friday. When you get effed up the wrong way, you always want to show me that you have the power and you knock me around. I'm not some rag doll. I'm somebody's child." Government also showed evidence of a cover-up behind the scenes, staff members trying to scrub hotel security footage of the beating. Diddy's chief of staff, this lady here, Christina Coram, texting an assistant, quote, "Say they had a fun, drunk night." And, quote, "He wants to talk to the Spanish security guard," end quote. And here is the list of hotel damage receipts. $500 for the drapes, $950 for deep cleaning, $46,786,000 for quote-unquote penthouse damage. I don't think I've ever seen a bill like that. $46,786 for penthouse damage. All of it apparently paid through Diddy's companies, which according to the government makes it a pattern of illegal and coerced sex paid for and carried out by Diddy's enterprise, AKA racketeering and sex trafficking. But before all of that even started, the judge lit into both of the sides in the courtroom, angry about a media leak about that new juror that just got on the panel yesterday. And the judge is threatening contempt and phone seizures. He's super mad. My next guest was in the courtroom for all of it. Armon Wiggins is a journalist and author who moved to New York just to cover this trial, which he breaks down on his YouTube show and podcast, The Armon Wiggins Show. Armon, welcome back to the show. Good to have you again. Dang, it was spicy in that courtroom today.
Yes, I mean, hi, first of all, hello, Ashley. It's always a good time coming on here, so I'm excited to be here. So,
Me
yes,
too. I'm psyched to have you, especially you have the front row seat. Like I can write about it. You can speak, firsthand about it.
Yeah, everything that you said was true. We walked in that courtroom today. The judge was not having it. He was upset with the prosecution and he was upset with the defense because apparently they put out sealed exhibits to some sort of media and that got published. Now, we didn't know what the article was or what media company, put it out, but they were not happy. And the judge was saying, listen, this is your warning because one of you guys are lying. So this is your warning. But if this happens again, you guys are going to be subjected to witness testimony and could be facing criminal or civil charges.
Well, and this judge seems to be pretty, level-headed, even-keeled. So to hear him raise his voice, that must really have meant something to these parties. Talk to me about the tapes. I can't imagine look, not everybody wants to watch Diddy's sex tapes, right? Not everybody wants to. And I get this feeling that watching those jurors, having to watch those tapes, you probably could tell that people didn't want to be there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. From yesterday to today, listen, I was trying to listen hard to see what was going on. So the first day, they played the tapes, and we're sitting in the gallery, obviously. So they turn up all the monitors, so we can't hear, or we can't see it, but we could hear a little bit. Now, the first day, it was a little awkward because you could hear some moaning and you heard the sex music and you kind of hear some things. You couldn't really make out what was going on, but you could tell it was definitely a freak off happening. Now, today, the volume was just a little bit louder and you could hear some kind of talking and stuff. A bailiff ended up coming out and saying, hey, Judge, they have the headphones too close to the microphone. We can hear everything. So they ended up turning down the headphones. However, when you took a look at the jury stand, because we're trying to figure out what's happening, what's happening with the jurors, I'm trying to find any motion in the face. There was a particular woman, older lady, she wasn't going for it. She wasn't happy to see it each day. She was extremely uncomfortable. You could see it in her face. She would try to kind of cover her mouth sometimes and cover her face, but the look of disgust, she couldn't avoid it. You've seen it every time. She did not want to be there. She did not want to be looking at those tapes. There was another guy that was, as he would watch the tapes, as they would play different tapes, he would like snatch his headphones off and like, in a way like, all right, I'm done. Whereas other people would kind of just sit and kind of endure and wait until, you know, the next tape got played. But he would snatch his headphones off. And there was one guy, I was really watching him though, because he'd kind of sit back, you know, and kind of like watch it. But then when it would get good or interesting, I don't know if it ever got good, but something that you would kind of be like, all right, let me look at this a little bit more. You would kind of see him like, like kind of like move a little bit, and he would kind of really get a little bit closer. And then at one point, he even started looking around in a way to be like, you know, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? And so I zeroed in on him for a while. So, and at that moment, you could kind of look around the rest of the jury pool and see that everybody was intently looking at these tapes. So I'm imagining there was a lot going on those tapes today.
Kind of feel like it would be embarrassing too, right? Because you know you're watching something that's just so incredibly personal. And maybe some of these jurors feel like they're watching someone being assaulted as opposed to somebody who's willing. So there could be a lot of discomfort. And, you know, God, imagine just, you know, they're watching porn, you know, and there's other people who know that. There's an entire gallery watching them watching porn. So I can't imagine the awkwardness. Real quickly, tomorrow, Brendan Paul. He came onto the stand today and he got immunity. So tomorrow he's going to testify. What are we expecting from him? It better be big because he's one of the final witnesses.
Honestly, okay, really quick. So I think that it's pretty much done because, you know, from what they showed today, that streamline of receipts with the hotels and you know, the text messages and the videos. I mean, the summary witnesses did their thing today for the prosecution. Now, Brendan, we know him to be the drug mule that got arrested. So, you know, he's honestly the glorified Louis Vuitton bag, just made a human being at this point. So he was the guy that carried all the drugs for Diddy. So I don't see this getting any better for Diddy. I think that this will be the cherry on top that goes ahead and seals the deal.
Of course, all of it allegations until there's a verdict. And my goodness, I think I heard they might be deliberating as early as next week. I'll believe it when I see it. Armon, you got to come back. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you. And we will have Armon back. He's one of my faves.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.